Hello guys, Jared here, and I'm going to do a review of the second live-action movie directed by Seth MacFarlane, which is A Million Ways to Die in the West, which stars, of course, Seth MacFarlane, as well as, Charlize Theron, Amanda Seyfried, Liam Neeson, Neil Patrick Harris, and Giovanni Ribisi, among others. And basically, this is a Western comedy where Seth MacFarlane plays a sheep farmer called Albert, who basically he breaks up with his girlfriend, played by Amanda Seyfried, because Amanda Seyfried's character, I can't remember her character's name, but I know it's Amanda Seyfried. She breaks up with him because he's a coward, and he didn't want to do the gunfight, and basically Amanda Seyfried's character instead goes with Foy, played by Neil Patrick Harris, and Albert and Foy are gonna have a gunfight, but he chickens out of that gunfight as well, and Albert also falls in love with another woman called Anna, played by Charlize Theron. But she's married to a guy named Clinch Leatherwood, played by Liam Neeson, and he's basically the fiercest gunman in the West, and he has to have a gunfight with him as well. And you also have Albert's friend, who is Eddie, played by Giovanni Ribisi, and he has a girlfriend called Ruth, who's played by Silverman, and she's a prostitute, and basically her and Eddie have never had sex, and she doesn't want to have sex with him until they're married, even though her job is to have sex with like 20 people a day. Yeah, A Million Ways to Die in the West. This isn't quite as funny as Ted for me, but I still really enjoy this film. I still get a lot of laughs from it, and I find it works because Seth MacFarlane is obviously a big fan of westerns, and if you're parodying something, you really have to love what you're parodying, and that's why most parody movies today really suck, is because they're not parodying things they love, they just parody things that are popular. Like movies like Epic Movie and stuff like that, they just reference things that are popular, but this parodies westerns not because they're popular, because westerns aren't that popular these days. It parodies westerns because Seth MacFarlane himself is a big fan of westerns, and that's why this works. And this, to me, this is much better than most parody movies these days, because I like this, and I like the Johnny English movies, which parody James Bond. But apart from this and Johnny English, most parody movies these days suck absolute dick, And I think it shows that Seth MacFarlane has become a much more accomplished director since Ted, because I love Ted, but it had a normal suburban setting, and was set in modern day. But for him to do a period piece like this, very ambitious, but I think it works. I think the film itself looks brilliant, and the comedy is great. Seth MacFarlane himself is great. I love the very opening where he's at the gunfight and he doesn't really want to do it, and he's sort of joking around, and he says, "Look, you can find humor in anything. Look," and then he does shadow puppets, and he makes it look like the other guy is giving him a blowjob, which I found really funny. And then he's like, "See, we're laughing now. What were we even fighting about? I can't remember." But the other guy isn't impressed, so he shoots at him. And one of the other funniest scenes is after he's broken up with Amanda Seyfried's character. Eddie is like, there's many more things to live for, and he says, "Is there really?" And Albert then has a big rant about how much the West sucks, and his rant is just really clever and hilarious, and I especially love the very end of that rant when he goes outside and shows them the dead mayor, and he's like, "That is our mayor. He is dead. He has been lying there dead for the past 3 days, and no one has done a thing. Not moved him, not looked into his death, not even replaced him with a temporary appointee. For the last 3 days, the highest ranking official in our county has been a dead guy. And I really just think his delivery on that line was just perfect, And I mean, I think one of the scenes that a lot of people really don't like, but I actually found really funny, was the whole scene of Neil Patrick Harris shitting into hats, when they're supposed to have, the gunfight. And, I guess a lot of people didn't find that funny. I mean, I'm not the sort of person who just thinks, oh, poop is automatically funny, but I thought the scene where Neil Patrick Harris is shitting into hats was just hilarious. And I think it's not just because, I think poop is hilarious. I think Neil Patrick Harris is just really good at physical comedy in that scene. And I mean, I can enjoy gross out humour, as long as it's not, too gross out. And honestly, to me, that scene wasn't too gross out. I found that scene really funny, and Neil Patrick Harris was really good at physical comedy, and I mean, yeah, and he's really funny in this in general as Foy. There's also a scene where, before they're at a shooting game, when usually you'd shoot at ducks or or something, and it's a racist shooting gallery, and Albert is like, wow, that seems unnecessary. What was wrong with ducks or something? He's like, wow, that seems unnecessary. What was wrong with ducks or rabbits or something? And then at the very end of the movie, you see Jamie Foxx comes by and he shoots the guy running the racist shooting gallery, which I found really funny as well. And I also found Giovanni Ribisi and Sarah Silverman to be really funny in this as well. I mean, Edward is just constantly, he wants to have sex with Ruth, but Ruth doesn't want them to have sex until they're married. And even though she has sex with people for a living. And, I found it really funny how, Sarah Silverman acts kind of really cute and stuff like that when talking about these really dirty things, I mean, she's really good at doing the comedy in this. And it's also funny that you have Liam Neeson in this playing a cowboy, but he uses his normal Irish accent as the cowboy, and they did a joke in Family Guy about Liam Neeson playing an Irish cowboy, and apparently Seth MacFarlane forgot about that when he cast Liam Neeson, and Liam Neeson saw that and he actually reminded Seth of that joke. So he only agreed to be in the movie if he was allowed to use his normal Irish accent, in that Family Guy joke. And you also have a joke when Albert is speaking the Native American language, and he says, Mila Kunis, and which obviously Seth MacFarlane worked with Mila Kunis in Ted and also in Family Guy. And they used that joke in Family Guy as well in the Return of the Jedi episode. Jabba the Hutt says Mila Kunis, which I found that joke to be pretty funny, You also have a cameo in this by Christopher Lloyd, where he's playing Doc Brown from Back to the Future, which I think is very cool. But what kind of doesn't really make sense is that in Back to the Future 3, when they go to the western town, the year is 1885, but this movie is set in 1882, so it doesn't really make sense. Because, why couldn't they just make this set in 1885, and that would make, the timeline make more sense, But apparently the reason why he's in there is because the Back to the Future 3 is also Seth MacFarlane's favourite of the Back to the Future trilogy, and I think he took a lot of influence from that movie for this film. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, even though a lot of people might not like this, I really enjoy this film. Not as funny as Ted, but still really funny, and yeah, great film. And stay tuned next time where I'll review Seth MacFarlane's next live action film, Ted 2, the sequel to Ted. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.